Have you ever experienced getting picked off from a completely unexpected angle? It's the worst, man. And out of frustration, it really just makes you exclaim, "What the heck are you even doing there?" Oh yeah, we've encountered those broken off angles one too many times, and yet it really never goes old. Well, my friends, it's about time we get revenge by using these unpredictable spots for ourselves. That's right, ourselves. In this video, we're going to be going through 20 of the most broken positions that are guaranteed to get you a kill or two in your games. Now, after learning these spots, all that's left would be to get your crosshair placements on point. And as a quick disclaimer here, it's absolutely crucial to know when to use these angles, so try to read the situation each and every round that you play. A fast, full send combined with a utility dump might just be your absolute nightmare. So do proceed with caution here. Oh, and fair warning, you might experience tilted enemies after. So use that knowledge as you wish. But before we start on these broken positions, it's worth noting that most off angles are best utilized by agents who have a get-out-of-jail-free card. These include agents like Jet, Chamber, Yoru, and the like. However, you can also make do with a well-planned strat with your teammates as well. All it takes, really, is clear communication, and you can utilize these broken spots to their fullest potential. Now, the first spot on Abyss is from backside on B while holding Heaven Retakers. This gives you a pretty nice head angle that only requires minor adjustments for a clean headshot. Now, as for the enemy's perspective, they're going to barely be able to spot a pixel from your head. By the time they try to clear you, they're already open to multiple angles across B site and B main. Our second spot on Abyss comes from the far right side of Heaven while holding B main. Try to keep your crosshair at head level here, and you should be able to pop some heads as they swing. Your enemies aren't going to have a whole lot of vision on you due to the high angle, and you're going to be completely hidden if you crouch. And finally, our last off angle on Abyss requires the use of Sage's Wall. Simply just stand on this box right here at CT on A site and do a wall boost. From this angle, you're going to be able to easily spot the heads of your enemies that are pushing into A main. They also won't be able to see you much, or at least not your head, right away. Just make sure a teammate's holding your mid or A link. Now, all these angles don't do much good if you can't hit the broadside of a barn. It's great to have some cheeky spots to use to grab free kills, but if you really want to rank up, the thing that's really going to help you the most is being able to tune up those mechanics. If you've ever seen those crazy, cracked players who just seem to top frag every single game, it may seem unachievable, but it might actually surprise you to hear that anyone is capable of getting immortal level aim. That's what we've proven over at SkillCapped in the last 4 years, as we've helped thousands of players just like you improve their mechanics and rank up. With our hour-long Aim God Masterclass, we take players from beginner to pro in just a few weeks, literally guaranteeing that they're going to gain 500 RR or get their money back. That's right, if you don't rank up, you don't pay. It's our promise to you that we can really help you out. So if you're wondering what rank you could be in just a few short weeks with us, I recommend heading over to SkillCapped and checking out our free rank calculator. And other than that, let's get into the rest of our off angles. Moving on to Split, we have an off angle that really never fails to deliver. This works best if you have a teammate holding B main, so you don't have to worry about your back here, or if a teammate baits you from behind the box on Heaven. Just make your way toward the far right corner of rafters as far as you can while holding Heaven. Enemies pushing from male don't expect this angle too often because they're busy clearing behind the box on Heaven or they're holding stairs. Next up, stand near the leftmost area on A ramps. This angle is often unexpected as enemies would normally just look toward Heaven. You can even seal the deal more though by having a teammate bait for you from the right side of the entrance to A Heaven. Another off angle you can use in A ramps is right on top of the box, but instead of being in the middle, go as far as you can to the left corner of the box. Enemies peeking at you are going to have a short delay in their crosshair adjustment, which gives you 1 to 2 seconds of an advantage. On Haven, if you're a site anchor on C, you should definitely try this off angle. Standing on top of the default box is going to give you an advantage towards enemies pushing from main, since they're going to either be pre-aiming logs or pre-aiming garage. You can improve this angle by having a teammate bait or peek off your contact from platform. Another underrated off angle that really I don't see enough of is on top of the box at A site. Simply make your way toward the box through A heaven and position yourself at an angle to the right. You're guaranteed to catch one or more people from main off guard, provided that sewers is already covered. For the last cheeky angle on Haven, you're going to need your teammates' help to get into position. Early smokes and other space-denying utilities can be used as soon as the barrier drops near the entrance of A lobby. While this is ongoing, make your way towards the box in the bottom right corner of sewers. Agents such as Chamber, Yoru, and Jet can make the most out of this angle by doing one done and out picks. Enemies pushing forward are going to often get caught by surprise since they're going to be busy looking towards A long or the right side of sewers. Bind offers a variety of nasty positions that can secure at least a frag or two in your games. For instance, this barrel on A back site gives you a clear vision of enemies pushing short. It's also rarely expected for enemies since they're going to be busy checking other angles as well. And if they have a Sage who walls the default plant area, you can still see short from this angle as well. Now, a lot of us may not be complete strangers to this angle on bench, but there are actually two different ways to utilize it. First up, you can hold retakers from CT while standing on this head angle. If you feel the enemy's already expecting this though, you can adjust it by holding the entrance to lamps. Trust me here, you're still guaranteed to catch a few heads off guard with the right crosshair placement. For our last spot on bind, just make your way on top of the box in front of hookah. Sitting right on the edge allows you to get the jump on enemies that are pushing hookah. This angle keeps you safe from utility dumps such as Boombot and Mollies, and if they flash, you can just simply tuck to the left for a bit before re-peeking. You're also going to have room for safety when escaping, as you can just easily drop down to reposition. Next, we have Sunset, starting off with a cheeky angle for holding A elbow. Stand on top of this ledge near CT, but just right in the middle so as not to expose yourself too much on A main. Since elbow pushers often pre-aim sight or CT, their crosshairs are going to be way off from your position, giving you an easy advantage. Do take note that this spot is going to be safer to hold if you have a teammate holding A main for you though. For the second off angle, you're going to need an agent who can get you on top of the generator on site, whether it's a TP, satchel, or updraft. Once there, inch your way to the leftmost corner for a pretty nasty hold on A main. Now, should the need arise, you can also isolate the angle on elbow by tucking yourself to the right, preventing vision from A main. But of course, if it's a fast take on both ends filled with utilities, your chances of survival can be slim, so try to get some backup or use this tactic with a little bit of caution. Finally, we have this last spot on mid that's unpredictable most of the time, but it's also risky to boot. As soon as the barrier drops, crouch jump on top of this ledge to the right. With proper crosshair placement and reaction time, you can easily catch mid lurkers off guard from both sides. Now, additionally, enemies in the center of mid bot won't be able to see you if you crouch from the ledge. The best way to capitalize this off angle, though, is by combining it with a pinch or having teammates hold other angles, such as market and mid-top. Next up is Ascent, and for some reason, we never run out of Sage wall boosts that give us crazy off angles on this map. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a Sage on your team, you can do this wall boost right on top of this fruit box while aiming towards the table. This wall is going to give you a nasty off angle that can help pick off mid-top players who likes to challenge mid-bot. From their POV, you're going to be much harder to spot. Plus, you're going to have a brief window of advantage to headshot them before they do you. Now, for the next spot, this works whether you're defending or you're playing time for the spike to go off. Simply make your way towards the triple green box by jump crouching from speed lane. You can hide towards the right and hold enemies peeking from speed lane while keeping you safe from stairs. Enemies are less likely to expect you here since they're going to be pre-aiming boathouse or the angles below you. And finally, for a simple yet effective cheeky angle, stand on this corner right outside of market. Enemies pushing from B main are going to often get caught by surprise with their crosshairs directed towards logs or market. The best way to utilize this off angle is by using an agent that can easily escape since you're going to be out in the open. But rest assured, you won't be leaving without at least picking one off. Last but definitely not least, we have the much awaited Pearl. So to kick things off, we have an easy access off angle from A site right on this ledge near dugout. Enemies pushing from A main are often busy with other common angles, so you're going to have enough time to catch them by surprise here. Now, should things get messy, you can also easily just drop down to the left for cover and repositioning. And for our last spot, we have an aggressive early off-angle peek from B main. Make your way towards the right side of the huge pillar on B main, then give yourself just enough space to see enemies crossing once the barrier drops. Since they're normally clearing what's directly in front of them, you're going to catch their crosshairs away from you for just a brief second. As long as you have your crosshair in the right place though, you're going to be seeing their heads dropping one after another. Alright though guys, before we wrap this up, let's tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and we think that's a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's kind of like a gym membership guaranteeing you that you're gonna get ripped. Your local gym would probably go bust if they offered you that. But not us, because we've offered this for years because our service really does work. It works so well, in fact, that we're able to produce by far the largest catalog of premium Valorant guides on the internet. We add new courses every month with over 1,000 guides curated into over 50 courses. No one can compare. We also have a direct line of communication with subscribers in our Discord so that you can get connected immediately to some of the best players in the game who will respond to every question you ask. Sign up today for as little as $6.99 a month if you're serious about improving your game. So that's going to be all for this one today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.